May profits be upon you. Did you catch your bus today? Today was one of those weird days. I didn't get my bread and butter set up, for my entry, but the bus was there today. I didn't get that trade. So I sat on my hands for the period, and that's okay. You got to be okay with not taking a trade, because that means you're not taking a loss. And in some cases, that's almost as good as gaining profit. Let me go over this entry today, because this bus was here. There was a bus there. But if you didn't catch it, you didn't catch it. But I want to show you how you could have caught it. I'm going to tell you why I didn't take it and why I will not miss the next one that comes this way. This is the good thing about reviewing. Now, while I'm on that subject, I want to thank those that have been supporting this channel and bringing me near to 1,000 subscribers. I remember when there was, 100, and I really appreciate those who have hung around and supported me along the way, and those who saw me grow, from the trader that I was a year ago to the trader I am now. I really appreciate, I really would appreciate hearing from you, like your grandparents or something. Hey, it'd be nice if you give me a call every now and again. You know what I mean? Give me some feedback. Let me know. Hey, I've been on board since you were doing the RSI entries and stuff. Okay, when I was using it, indicators. Okay, so let's go to EURUSD first. All right. Matter of fact, I'm just going to get rid of this. Okay, and we're going to use the magic of replay. All right. You know how I like to do it. I like to come on the scene about 7 o'clock. So I'm going to make this at, get it right there. I got a 7:01. Doggone it. I meant to get 7 o'clock. Okay. So we'll go to the higher time frames. All right. If we're going to look for an intraday trade, it doesn't really make sense to go through all of the monthly, the weekly, and daily. You don't need all of that. All right. Honestly, I like to take a peek at the daily to see what the previous candle was. All right. And it gives me an indication what this candle might do, how it might complete. Right. So I'm peeking at that, and I'm going, we've hit a POI. What is this POI here? All right. I come all the way over here. Aha. See, now I get to see what the whole picture is. Okay. So in this picture, what am I seeing? All right. I'm looking at a market that didn't make any more lows here, right? Just barely makes lows. And then we started springing up. All right. Made a higher low here. And then a lower high, failed to break this high. And I'm also going to notice we got we have our head and shoulders here. All right. So we break structure to the downside. Boom. We did not get that return to impulse up here. All right. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it comes later. All right. So always keep an eye on those unmitigated order blocks. Mark them out and keep an eye on them. Okay. So we are continuing down low. We can see this market has turned very bearish, right? Okay. So we've hit a supply here, and that's what we want to make note of. What do we expect on this higher time frame? What do we expect the next move to be? Is this a higher low, or are we going to make a lower low? Are we are we on our way back up to breaking these highs and making higher highs? All right. Is this what we're doing? Is that what we're doing here? That's what it seems like on the daily. Okay, let's go to the weekly. We spent way too much time on a daily. Okay, so we have a bearish market coming in. We're looking for breaks of structure. So we're going to take a closer look at the action going on here. I have noted over here where the market opened. And when we opened in this bearish market, we went straight down. We went straight down. And I don't suspect that we'll ever visit this weekly open again, you know, where the market opened on Sunday. So we have the previous daily high, the previous daily low, and you can see that price has dipped below that previous daily low. All right. And we can see how this 2-candle pullback here and this push to the upside, that bullish aggressive push leaving this this order block. We can see how powerful it was, because we can see the reaction once price got here. And we have a mitigation block here. If you don't know what a mitigation block, look at, check out my previous videos. All right, it's basically a failed order block. You see how price goes through it? It has to slam through it though, all right, in order for it to have any weight when it comes back to it. You know, you can say it's kind of like resistance turns support, all right, but that's not really what this is. All right, this is a mitigation block. Price is going to come back and mitigate out of the market maker is going to mitigate out of the sell to buy move. All right, they're going to get out of those sell moves that it was in. That's the mitigation part. Bam, they're out at break even or better, or slight or close to it, and then they can continue their bullish run. You understand? They took profits up here. That's why you see this big drop, right? And they got great prices. Man, I'm going into a whole bunch of other stuff. This is the discount. They came back into discount price territory, and forget about it. Anyway, that you can say that's a news camera. What they do is they use the news to cover their the moves for liquidity. But let's go. We're going here. All right. We have a higher time frame order block. I believe this is a monthly here. You see how price came in here, just exploded out of this area. All right, and we've come back for a visit. Okay, now let's go to the 1 hour. All right, don't spend a whole lot of time on this one. Get this out of the way. All right, you can see how price chopped down. All right, in this chopping down, we've created all this buy side liquidity along the way. So we know once price hits where it's going to hit, you know, for where it's going to find demand, it's going to be a lovely explosion to the upside to sweep all of those highs. All right, we know that those liquidity points up here, all of these are liquidity points, and price is just going to tag them all out. It's just going to be awesome. And this is an unmitigated order block up here. This is why I tell you, make sure you mark those unmitigated order blocks that price you thought was going to revisit and mitigate and didn't, coming up short like here. Excuse me, like here. Okay, so bear that in mind. All right, I'm going to get rid of all of that because I keep getting distracted. I start to get off on a tangent. Okay, so we have price coming down. We're looking for, you know, this is how you this is how you plant yourself back down on earth. Where's the last break of structure? The last break of structure was here. Boom. Once we broke that structure, we're looking for price to return to impulse, right? So we have an unmitigated order block up here. Actually, this one was mitigated. What am I talking about? This was the bullish move. This is the bearish move afterwards. All right, so this one was mitigated. Doesn't mean it's not going to be revisited, because I'm pretty sure there's, you see how price bolted out of there? There's plenty of sells in there. All right, then we have a pause here, and you see how price aggressively came out of this area. This move here, a lot of buyers are still present here, right? Forced price back up, and then the sellers came back to show to show who had the stronger hand, right? All right, let's go down to the 15 minute. All right, this is where I turn on the separators of the session is separators, right? Okay. Now, what I want to make note of, see what time it is now, right? 7 o'clock. What I want to make note of is, where are the unmitigated order blocks? Where will price likely come back to? This one's kind of high for the session. We see that what do you call the Asian session established a high. All right, going into London. London pushes all the way down, taking all this sell side liquidity, all of it, took it all. All right, and then we come back up for a 61.8, you know, a 62% pullback, and this is exactly where you want it to be. All right, at least beyond the 50%, you want it to go 61, 62 to 700, 790. You know, this is where you want to get your short in this area, at least at the 61.8. All right, and you want to see that kind of pullback before you start thinking about taking a short. And this happens to be the Asia low, or at the bottom of the Asia low. Price does break that low. Let's go to the 5-minute. All right, and we're going to advance price here. All right, we see that we have broken this low. All right, for a breakup structure. Price broke short-term lows on the way down. Oh man, I don't believe I just did that. Thank you. Here, here, and then we broke structure there. All right, mark that. So we could figure that price will return to an impulsing order block. This is the decisional one. This is the originating one, right? And this one is at the previous daily low. You know, do we expect price to break this previous daily low? No, because we know that price was above it, was below it, came down, came up, excuse me, retraced, and then came back down, breaking structure to the downside. Price is demonstrating what it wants to do. It wants to stay bearish. All right. We know that the previous daily lows and previous daily highs are sometimes used as like support and resistance. And once below, I'm looking for price to do exactly what it did here. See it as resistance and continue lower. So we're going to see by the advancement of price. All right, now we got a bullish engulfer here. We're going to see, you know, we got two opposing engulfments here. One is a bullish engulfer, one is a bearish one, and we are expecting a return to impulse. So this will be our first look, our first candidate to, as far as order blocks are concerned, to see if this one will be strong enough to reject price. This one I'm looking at because one, the previous daily low is here, and it also accomplished something. It broke this low. It broke this low. This break of structure here. It broke that low. All right. When you pick a valid order block, you want to make sure that it has accomplished something. All right. This one is the originating order block, which led to this break. But this one is the closest one and the one that actually price impulse from and broke structure. So let's advance price a little bit. Actually, we went a little bit lower. We're grabbing the liquidity below this point. All right. And we are showing price may want to come on back and visit us. Right now, what time is it now? It is, we got 15 minutes. I'm going to go 1, 2. All right. So we're down here. This is where I usually go to my 1 minute. When we get 5 minutes within the US, the New York Open. This is this being London, this being Asia. I'm looking for the gray strip to show 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for our session to begin, the New York Open. Now, this is the deal. What are we observing here? I don't see my normal entry. And let me go over what my normal entry is. Say, this is your order block. This is your POI. okay? And you're waiting for price to come and get it. All right, this is what I want to see. This is what I want to see when price hits my POI. I want to see a high made, a two candle, at least a 2 candle pullback. I want to see a higher high made, breaking this high, okay, a higher high. And then I want to see a break of structure right here. Got it? So from here, I want to see a retest of the either the head or an order block in this leg of structure. But usually, I would say 7 times out of 10, it's going to be around the head, all right, for this right shoulder to form. And then there's that. What is this? This is the safest entry. This is an aggressive entry, still safe, but it's aggressive, more aggressive than this one. What am I talking about? Why does it do that? All right. There's going to be an order block up here formed, right? Your entry here is the one I usually take. I need to see a break of structure here. Right, yeah. Come on, man. I gotta talk to it sometimes. All right. I need to see this break of structure here. All right. Without that, I need to see price indicate that it wants to go lower. When it breaks structure to the downside, it is a change of character. All right. When you see, I'm going to let you know, when you see a break above this trading range, all right, the high to the higher low is your trading range. When you see a break to above and a break below that low of the trading range, break above the trading range or break below the trading range, you know that you have a change of character. You know that this uptrend is probably about to change. Okay, this bullish momentum is about to shift from bullish to bearish momentum. And after this break of structure, you're looking for a return to the impulsing order block, a return to impulse, RTI. And that'll be an order block in the head or somewhere in this vicinity. There's going to be an order block where price will come back to. You can take your entry off of that. This one, this entry here is the one off the right shoulder. After the head and shoulders has formed, or this quasi has formed, all right, you want to take an entry off of that right shoulder. This is your safest entry. All right, it's less aggressive, but it's your safest one. Okay, I take both, but this is the one. What did I just do? This is the one I look for. All right, and that's my bread and butter. When the price enters that your POI, I want to see price shift from bullish to bearish momentum, and I have to see a transition of price from bullish to bearish momentum. That's what I look for. Now, having said that, that didn't happen today. Not in the way that I normally take. And if you've been watching my videos, you know what I'm talking about. All right. What happened was, we had a break here above, and then a break below. All right. And what am I looking for? This is a change of character. This is a change of character. We went above, even breaking that. All right. And then we went below. All right. I'm looking for a return to impulse. First of all, let's look for that return to impulse. All right. This really just means we have reason for price to want to come back up here. We're looking for a return to impulse. And I've marked the order blocks in which I think will be likely candidates. All right. Now, I don't like marking order blocks off of the 1 minute. I do not. I like to sometimes I'll take 2, but mostly 3 and up. Okay, so let's go to the 2-minute and we'll see what we got. We know that time is about to get us. Let's see what time it is now. It is 7:58. We got 2 minutes. All right. We see that we went higher. We went higher. Is price going to return to impulse? We never had a full pullback yet, have we? Yes, we have. Right here. This looks like a full 61.8 pullback, and then we broke that low. So are we going to return to this impulse? No, we went past that. So where are we going? All right. This isn't the order block that I want to be taking a trade off of. All right. See that we had the transition here with a break below the break below this low here, which is a break obstruction. All right. And then we came back up. We found an order block here somewhere where we rejected price. And I'm going to look here. So this impulsing order block, this order block actually accomplished a lot. Look at the lows that it broke. So I'm looking for a likely candidate that will reject price. What did this one accomplish? Did it make a new low? Yes, it did. But it broke that low. This becomes, because it broke this low and broke these lows, it didn't break those lows, did it? Hold on, I got a little crazy. This is equal lows here, relative equal lows. There's going to be liquidity here. I know price is going to come and get that at some point. Either it's going to get it before it goes up, or it's going to get it after it goes down, after it goes up. All right, it might come up and then come back down and sweep these lows. So those are the things that are running through my mind, right? Those are the things that are running through my mind. Excuse me for that. So at 8 o'clock, I'm going back to the 1 minute. At 8 o'clock, I want to see, what do we have? I got to turn this thing off. This thing is driving me crazy. God, I'm sorry. It's probably going to do it again because I got it on the screen that I'm using. God, hold on a second. Hold on. I'm going to put this on. Okay, here we go. Now it's 8 o'clock now. I'm on the 1 minute. I'm looking for price to do a couple of things. All right. Do I expect price to go lower? See how it's been hovering at this point here? And this is, oh man, and these are the things that are running through my head. This is the London low. This is the low of London. All right. Do I expect price to penetrate this and then come back and get me in or something? No, I don't. I don't. I'm thinking that price is going to return and then go lower. That's what I'm thinking because it's been bearish. Okay. USD has been strong. So I'm looking for a point in which I could take a trade to the low. All right. I'm going to look for a tap and go here or a tap and go here. All right. This one is very attractive to me because of the way price left it. This one had this happen and then this. So what you want is to pinpoint strong highs and strong lows. Strong highs and strong lows are those that led to a break of the low or the high. Okay. That's when you know it's a tradable high. So here we go. We're on the 1 minute. I'm going to advance. Where's price going? Price is going up, just like I thought. It did the same thing here. So I'm thinking, let's let price go on, get me in a place where I can take a trade. I also looking at this one here, right? I'm looking here and I'm going, is that a candidate for me? Did price do something here? Is this a situation? Let me look on my two minute. Yeah, there is a bearish order block here formed, and it did come down and break this low at the very least. It broke this low, it broke this low. So I'm really looking at this area here. Okay, so let's continue to go with price. I'm thinking that it was going to maybe either take these lows out or it's going to go up and then come and get those lows. If it goes up, that's fine, because I know it's coming back down here. That gives me an assurance. All right. And we're going up. Now, how far are we going up is the question. Is this area going to pull price, or is the area it is rejecting from going to pull price, going to push it? You know, these are the things I'm bearing in mind. I like that this high broke these and took liquidity and left that one. All right, I like this. So, and it's a bearish engulfer. It has not been mitigated since it left here. We didn't get it coming back except for this test here. So this mitigation was a near miss. That's why I favor this one. Here we go. And here we are. That's all I want. That's all I need to see. I'm taking this, excuse me. I'm taking this here. You see that rejection? I'm pretty sure price is giving me what I want. Look at that, 1.5 pip stop loss. I'm looking for price to take me down. Now, watch, go to the 5-minute. I want to pick a point where price is going to go to. All right, what is this black line? Do you remember what it was? I'm going to show you. The black line was a mitigation block here. All right, if you go to the higher time frames, you'll see that price came here, rejected, fired through it, and then came back and rejected. Got it? That's what I'm talking about. This is the mitigation block that I was talking about earlier. All right, so I think that would be a reason, that would be a good target. It is a stretch arc target, but what do I always look for? I look for 3R. I look for 3R. My 3R is going to come right about at the lows here. Just matter of fact, a little bit before the lows, right about here. Right about here. And after that, I take out most of my trade. I don't wait till I get to the actual mitigation block. I'll stop it a little bit earlier, and we'll just let price go, and it just drops. Boom. All right, that's all we need. That's all we need in the house. All right, that's how you would caught this euro trade. This isn't the transition bread and butter quasi entry that I like to I normally take, but this is a more than valid entry, because you see the consolidation here. You see that price broke these highs, taking the liquidity from this high, all right, and then broke lower, taking the liquidity at this low. All right, the lowest we got was to make these equal lows here, so you know automatically this is going to be a target for the liquidation managers, no doubt about it. This becomes a target because it's an unmitigated order block. All right, if you see it on the 2-minute, you'll see that it was a big bearish engulfer. There was a mitigation. I keep saying that it was unmitigated, but on the 1-minute, it looks like pretty fresh stuff. All right, and it broke some lows. So this becomes a strong high and a tradable high. You understand? All right, and we took it at an order block. We put out stop loss above that order block. Boom. This is in a bearish market. So this is the way you have to read it. It doesn't have to be the quasi or head and shoulders, take the entry off the right shoulder thing as normal. If I see this consolidation before the opening of the New York session, I will take that entry. Let's go to GU. Okay. In GU, do we have something similar? I think so. Oh, this was a really interesting situation. If we take out here, all right, all we want to do, let's go to the 5. All we want to see is notice, where is price coming from? Okay, We came in hot. We came in from high to low. All right. We didn't break this low, interesting enough, right? You see price coming in bearishly, right? There was bearish momentum, but the highs started getting a little higher, right? And as we move over, we broke that high. Look at that. All right. Interesting. But we're still within the trading range. What is the trading range? Here, here. All right. So everything that happens in here is swing highs and swing lows. All right. Not structural highs, like this is a lower high, this is a lower low. We got a lower, oh, excuse me. This is the lower high that made that lower low. And then what are we expecting? What are we expecting now? Lower low, lower high. This is a pullback here. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. This did not make a lower high, a lower low. Instead, we broke that high. So what are we expecting? Price does come back down. All right, we didn't break this high. So what we have to not acknowledge what structure is. If we don't break the trading range high, we're still bearish. Technically, we're still bearish. Okay. If we break that low, that only confirms that we're going to continue lower. But up until we break this high, we're still bearish. If we once we get a close above, then that's when we have we might be going through a change of character. Okay, so this is a pull. So we have a pullback here where there is liquidity, sell side liquidity that price is definitely going to come and get. And you see that it's already started for the sweep. You know that sweep I'm talking about, where it comes down, take out all these lows. Okay. So where are we? This is 5 minute. What time is it? All right. We see that price has an impulse down. I'm going to look at this supply here. I'm going to say, I'm going to keep that one in mind. You see how price impulse from it. It has not been mitigated. So I want to keep that in mind. All right. May not come back here, may not. But if it does, I'm pretty sure price is going to have a good reaction from it. Okay. Then we do pull back. All right. Did we break a low? Did we break some lows? Yeah, we did. We broke several lows along the way. Short-term lows and structural lows here, right? All that stuff counts. This is a break of structure here. So once it does that, I'm starting to, I want to know, are we going to pull back to impulse? Well, once we got down here, once we broke all these lows over here, and this one, taking the liquidity down here, I expected a pullback, but we didn't get all the way up here, did we? So that's something I'm going to note. That's what you have to note. This is what you note, that Asia session established the high. Went that going into the London session. London session says, okay, USD is very strong right now. We're pushing down to the downside. All right. We come back up here. We consolidate here. Obviously, a doggone distribution or schematic of some kind. All right. Price pushes back low. Are we going to go lower? All right. I'm looking at this as a lower high, and that the inevitable will be a push to the low side for a lower low. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I have in my head anyway. All right. So we're going to advance price, and I want to go to the 1 minute. All right. We're going to advance price. What time is it now? It is 6:14, way beyond our time. I'm going to advance price. See, and as we save these order blocks as they form, I'm going to be looking at that one as well. That one is totally unmitigated, and it has not been touched. All right, and I'm going to use the 2 candles because that's the up move before the down move. So I'm going to stretch that all the way across, you know, to see maybe New York will want to visit this this high again, this supply. So we have this one here. Price is breaking lower. Are we going to break this lower, which would make this high tradable? All right. that would make a strong high. All right. If it doesn't, that would make it a weak high, and that would, all weak highs get ran for liquidity. Just remember that. Okay. So we have liquidity up here already. Let's continue to advance price. What time is it now? It is 6:31. We're way behind. All right. I didn't get to the charts yet. 6:44. Wow. I didn't know it was this slow. All right. Now we're at 7 o'clock. Now I'm looking at price make its way down. We did break these lows. Great. This is what I want to keep. This is what I want to keep in mind. All right. Wow. Why'd you do that? Embarrassing me. Okay. Okay. Did it again. Okay. Let me see if I can get out of this. All right. Thank you. All right. There you go. All right. We got a break here. All right. Liquidity is grabbed. All right. So I would think price wants to return to impulse. This is the order block I'm looking at right here. Right. Makes sense. Return to impulse. This looks like the impulsing order block. We had a test of it already. Boom. And we are going lower. So let's advance price. Wow. Look at that. We went even lower. So where is price going to return to impulse? This one tested this one. We have one here. Thinking that we're probably going to test this box. Let's test the block again. Let me advance price. Are we going to go lower? Yes. All right. The lower we go, the more times we break structure. I'm looking for that return to impulse. What is the impulsing order block that broke that structure? We got one here. Price almost made it up there. Didn't quite get there. Didn't quite get there. All right. We have a wick low. That means we're just grabbing liquidity here, in my view. All right. And I want to see where price is going to go from there. Are we going to return to impulse yet? All right. Look, see, when we start to break structure to the upside without breaking the new structure, this signals to me a change of character. And I'm going to look for price to make its way up. Are we going to turn here? Are we going to turn here? I'm looking at what time it is. I'm not ready to jump into anything. It's only 7:44. All right. Now we're at 7:54. Okay. And we're breaking through this one. So we're going back to the originating order block that broke structure in the first place. These are good highs, right? These are good highs, but obviously they're not the originating order block. We're going right through it. So this one gets it's not eliminated yet until we get a close. All right, because right now it just took liquidity, and now it is violated. So this is where I'm looking. What time is it now? 8 o'clock. All right, the gray strip is about to appear. So I'm looking for price to either give it to me here, but I realize that this is a reaction to this order block. All right. This is the originating order block. All right. And although price fell pretty nicely from here, look where it originated, from this order block, from this supply. So I'm going to keep both in mind. I'm looking for that rejection. All right. And I'll be able to, I want to see which is the best entry here. And this is where you got to be patient. It's 8 o'clock. So I'm looking at how price reacts here. I would love to see a bearish engulfer. See, we keep getting that push from buyers, but sellers are still seemingly in control. And I'm wondering, are we going to get a revisit of this small bearish order block here? All right, without touching this order block. I'm really wary of this, that we didn't mitigate this order block yet. So I'm not sure if we made a return to impulse or not at this point. The price is still moving. Now, if it had broke this, little consolidation there, if it had broke structure, I'm looking for that return to impulse right here. That's what I would be looking for, but we didn't. Because we didn't, we took what do you call liquidity from this low, and we didn't have a convincing break below and return. I'm thinking that we're going to still go up, and that's exactly what happens. We didn't get a real bearish engulfer yet. This, for me, is not a valid bearish engulfer because you can see the presence of buyers in this. This is the move. This is the move, the push up, and there was no push down, the engulfment of this bullish move. So I'm still looking. Now, this had me thinking perhaps, because the wick was filled, maybe we get a retest of this block here. And I was thinking this might have been my entry, but I didn't. I didn't enter on that. And at this time at 8:08, we got a bullish candle, and it's very aggressive. And I was like, I'm so glad that I'm waiting, right? This is all the things that run through your mind. All right, they run through my mind anyway. And there's not a big rejection here. So I'm thinking, are we finished going up? No, I'm going to watch that candle. And here we are hitting here. I'm not even hesitating at this point. We hit the originating order block. We hit it. I'm going to put my stop loss above it, and I'm going to let it go. If it ends in a stop loss hit, I'll take my 1% off, and I will look for another entry, quite possibly up here. All right, but because it's in a bearish market, I will look to see if I got in too early. I picked the wrong order block. It could be this one, but I only lose 1%. Most of the time, I only trade 0.5%, because the risk to reward is going to be 3 or better. All right, and for me, that's plenty. That keeps me from over trading as well when I stop after one good win. All right, so we hit that, and price doesn't go any higher. Price just continues to fall, and that is all she wrote. What did I pick as my TP? The previous daily low. I always target the previous daily low, previous daily high, or session lows or session highs. Got it? I'm hoping that you benefited from this long-winded video. I try to get into detail on entries, and I'm hoping that it helped with your entries. All right. You don't have to have that picture perfect head and shoulders or quasi all the time. All right. What you need to know is this still a valid order block? Is this still a valid order block when price leaves? All right. If it's unmitigated, you bet your bottom dollar it is. Even if it's mitigated, it can still hold the key to the return to impulse. I'm always looking for that return to impulse. And that's exactly what this was here. Excuse me. That's exactly what this was here. The distance traveled from here to here. This is a return to impulse. Why? Because we had the break of impulse, a break of structure here. Okay. Once you have a break of structure, look for that return to impulse, and you say, oh, process complete. It came down, made a new low. All right, reset. All right, we broke structure again to the downside. What am I looking for? A return to impulse. Right? Price returned up here, and then made a new low, but it didn't break. It didn't what do you call it? Close down here. Wick low, which is fine. So I'm still watching it. And then it comes back down and can't make a new low. And then you start seeing it break short-term highs and lows on the way up, right? So now I'm thinking, okay, price is changing. Price is changing character. All right, the market is changing character it's going from bearish to bullish, okay? And this is the return to impulse that this didn't get but one time here. All right, got this, came back, and then fell further. This is a very strong order block. That it demonstrated its strength. This one went from this high to this low, breaking these lows. So there was a good reason why this one was on my my radar in the first place. And what I want you to also notice about this one is that the high over here didn't break that high. So this could very well have been this one could very well have been the order block. It just so happens that it's running into this originating order block, which this one reacted to. So I had them both, but I was looking at this one primarily. You know what I mean? Looking at this one, but I'm thinking that it's going to be this one because this one reacted off of this one. Therefore, it is the originator of the strength. On the strength. Okay, so I'm hoping that you found this video helpful. Leave me a comment if there's any questions. I will see you in the next video. I appreciate your support. If you'd like to give me a like, do so, and do as much as you like. You know, give me as many a thumbs up as you like, and share. You know, turn your friends on, man. You know what I mean? I'm trying to grow past 1,000 subscribers, and I have plans to get more interactive with my YouTube subscribers. Guys, get in the free Telegram for the Lions, okay? The link is in the description. Check out LionsDenFX Live. The link is in the description, and you can see what the mentoring packages are and what the benefits of our VIP premium Discord channel is. Okay, I will see you in the next video.